Are you over 65 and rely on eggs as a go-to source of protein? What if I told you that this perfect food for aging bodies could harbor a hidden hazard, potentially leading to serious health issues, even hospitalization? It's a shocking truth for millions of seniors. While eggs are undeniably packed with nutrients crucial for fighting inflammation, preserving eyesight, and protecting brain function as we age, simple, everyday preparation mistakes can turn this nutritional powerhouse into a danger zone, especially for those navigating life after 65. The most alarming part? The number one mistake sending seniors to emergency rooms is incredibly common. Nutritionists estimate nearly 80% of older adults make this error regularly, often unknowingly putting themselves at serious risk. If you or a loved one is over 65, understanding these pitfalls is crucial and could quite literally save a life. But don't worry, we're not just here to raise alarms. Keep watching until the end, because we'll also reveal 8 game-changing tips, secrets from chefs and nutrition experts, that most seniors haven't heard about, designed to make eggs both safer and easier to prepare. Before we dive in, let us know in the comments below where you're watching from. And please, don't forget to like this video and subscribe to our channel for more vital health information like this. Now, without any further ado, let's count down the 10 dangerous egg mistakes silently impacting seniors. Mistake number 10. Washing eggs before storage. Think washing eggs keeps you safer? Think again, especially after 65. This might surprise you, as many seniors grew up believing washing eggs was essential hygiene. However, modern food safety guidelines strongly advise against this. Here's why. Commercially sold eggs in most countries are already washed and sanitized, removing the natural protective bloom. A thin mineral oil coating is then applied to seal the shell's thousands of tiny pores. Washing them again at home removes this seal, and worse, can actually push surface bacteria through the pores into the egg. For seniors, whose immune systems might be less robust, this simple act can turn a healthy meal into a health hazard. Even mild food poisoning can trigger serious issues, such as severe dehydration, electrolyte imbalances, impacting heart function, kidney stress, or worsening blood sugar control in those with diabetes. Remember, commercially processed eggs are clean. If you see dirt, gently wipe it off with a dry paper towel just before cooking, never before storing. Mistake number 9. Storing eggs on the refrigerator door. That handy egg holder in your fridge door? It might be the worst place for your eggs, particularly if you're over 65. It seems so convenient, right? Unfortunately, this popular storage spot can seriously compromise egg safety, especially for seniors with potentially more vulnerable immune systems. The refrigerator door is the warmest part, subject to constant temperature swings every time you open it. These fluctuations create a perfect breeding ground for bacteria like Salmonella to multiply rapidly. For seniors, whose immune response often naturally weakens with age, making it harder to fight off infections, this increased bacterial load is a significant danger. Research shows door-stored eggs can face temperature variations of up to 10 degrees Fahrenheit compared to the main compartment. This not only speeds up bacterial growth, but also weakens the egg's natural defenses. The simple fix? Always store eggs in their original carton on a main shelf, ideally towards the back where the temperature is coldest and most stable. This can extend freshness by up to a week and drastically cut your risk. Mistake number 8. Skipping the yolk. Still tossing those golden yolks based on old advice? You might be throwing away crucial nutrients vital for healthy aging after 65. This mistake stems from outdated nutritional advice that unfortunately persists. Throwing away the nutrient-rich yolk means missing out. Modern nutritional science has vindicated the humble egg yolk, especially for seniors. The egg yolk contains nearly all the egg's vital nutrients, including crucial compounds like lutein and zeaxanthin for eye health, choline for brain function, and vitamin D, which are particularly important for aging bodies. Seniors often face challenges with nutrient absorption, making the easily absorbed concentrated nutrition in yolks incredibly valuable. Plus, older adults sometimes eat less, making nutrient density paramount. something egg whites alone just don't provide. The old cholesterol fears? Largely debunked for most people. Dietary cholesterol has minimal impact on blood cholesterol levels. The 2015-2020 Dietary Guidelines for Americans even removed the previous recommendation to limit dietary cholesterol. Unless your doctor specifically advised against yolks, embrace whole eggs for superior nutrition that supports healthy aging. Concerned about calories? Try one whole egg plus an additional white rather than discarding all the valuable yolks. Mistake number 7. Adding too much butter, oil, or cheese. Love your eggs loaded with butter, oil, or cheese. This comforting habit could be silently straining your heart health, a key concern after 65. While these additions make eggs taste amazing, this simple mistake can transform a healthy dish into a serious cardiovascular risk. For seniors, many already managing heart disease, high cholesterol, or high blood pressure, this is particularly harmful. A simple 2-egg breakfast can quickly jump from about 140 calories with minimal saturated fat to over 500 calories, packing enough saturated fat to impact heart health when cooked with generous amounts of butter and cheese. The American Heart Association recommends adults limit saturated fat to no more than 5 to 6% of daily calories, around 13 grams for a 2,000-calorie diet, an amount easily exceeded in just one cheese-laden, butter-fried omelet. What makes this especially dangerous for seniors is the cumulative effect. Daily consumption can contribute to worsening cholesterol profiles and increased inflammation, both risk factors for heart disease and stroke. Instead, try cooking eggs in a non-stick pan with a light coating of olive oil spray. Love cheese? Use a smaller amount of a strongly flavored variety like sharp cheddar or feta. Add volume and nutrition with plenty of vegetables like spinach, tomatoes, and peppers. Mistake number 6. Using cracked eggs. Found a cracked egg? Using it might seem thrifty, but it's a serious gamble with your health, especially when your immunity might be lower with age. Finding a cracked egg might seem like a minor inconvenience. Mindful of waste, many might use it anyway. However, this could have serious consequences. Even microscopic cracks create direct pathways for bacteria like Salmonella to enter the egg. Once inside, these pathogens find an ideal environment to multiply. Research shows cracked eggs can have bacterial counts hundreds of times higher than intact ones. For seniors, whose immune systems naturally weaken after 60 or 65, consuming these eggs significantly increases the risk of foodborne illness, which can be particularly dangerous. Symptoms can range from digestive distress to severe dehydration requiring hospitalization. The safest approach? Inspect eggs before purchase and again before use. If you discover a cracked egg at home, transfer it to a clean container, cook it thoroughly until both white and yolk are completely firm, and consume it immediately. Never use cracked eggs in recipes calling for raw or lightly cooked eggs. When in doubt, it's safer to discard them. Mistake number 5. Leaving cooked eggs at room temperature. That leftover quiche or egg salad sitting out. It could become a bacterial breeding ground faster than you think, posing a hidden risk for seniors. This error is common at gatherings or when prepping meals ahead. Cooked eggs, alone or in dishes like quiche or egg salad, should never sit at room temperature for more than 2 hours, or just 1 hour if it's above 90 degrees. After this time, bacteria causing foodborne illness can multiply to dangerous levels. For seniors, this is especially risky. Age-related changes to the digestive system, like potentially decreased stomach acid, sometimes due to medications common after 60, make it harder to fight off pathogens. At gatherings, keep hot egg dishes above 140 degrees and cold ones, like egg salad, on ice. Refrigerate leftovers promptly in shallow containers for quick cooling and consume within 3 to 4 days. Remember the food safety mantra: when in doubt, throw it out. Mistake number 4. Contaminating during preparation. Think you're being careful? You might be unknowingly spreading harmful bacteria from eggs around your kitchen, a bigger risk for seniors. Here's a common scenario: crack eggs, Wipe hands quickly on a towel, then grab bread or medication bottles. Or use a bowl for eggs, rinse it quickly, then use it for fruit. In both cases, you've potentially transferred dangerous bacteria. Cross-contamination is insidious because it's often invisible. The exterior of eggshells can harbor salmonella, even if they look clean. For seniors with reduced immune function, even small amounts of these pathogens can cause significant illness. Studies show egg bacteria can survive on kitchen surfaces for hours if not properly sanitized. To prevent this, always wash hands thoroughly with soap and warm water immediately after handling raw eggs. Use dedicated utensils and cutting boards for raw eggs. Clean all preparation surfaces with hot, soapy water or a sanitizing solution after contact. Mistake number 3, ignoring egg expiration dates. That sell-by date on your egg carton? It's more than a suggestion, especially when your health after 60 is concerned. "I've eaten eggs past their date before and I'm fine," is a common thought. But here's why seniors especially need to pay attention. As we age, our immune systems naturally weaken. That date isn't just a suggestion, it's a safety guideline. Eggs can harbor salmonella even when they look and smell normal. After the expiration date, the protective mechanisms inside the egg break down, allowing bacteria to multiply more rapidly. For seniors, food poisoning isn't just inconvenient. It can lead to severe dehydration, particularly dangerous for older adults who may already have a diminished sense of thirst. Even mild cases can worsen existing health conditions or interact with medications. The simple solution? Check dates before buying. Use a system at home. Newer eggs behind older ones. Unsure? Try the float test. Place the egg in water. Fresh eggs sink flat. Older eggs stand upright or float as their air cell expands. Mistake number 2. Undercooking eggs. Love that trendy runny yolk? While popular, undercooked eggs pose a serious threat, particularly to older adults. This mistake is increasingly common. While younger individuals might tolerate slightly undercooked eggs, seniors face significantly higher risks. Both egg whites and yolks must reach a safe internal temperature of 160 degrees 71 degrees to kill harmful bacteria. At this temperature, both the white and yolk are firm, not runny. A firm yolk means a safe egg, especially for seniors, not necessarily an overcooked one. Those trendy dishes with barely set whites might look delicious, but they can harbor dangerous bacteria. For seniors, especially those with chronic conditions like diabetes or heart disease, foodborne illness from undercooked eggs can trigger serious complications as the immune system's ability to fight infection decreases with age. Invest in a food thermometer and use it. Color isn't always a reliable indicator of safety. Mistake number 1. Using raw eggs in uncooked recipes. Thinking of making classic eggnog or homemade Caesar dressing? Using raw eggs is the number 1 mistake landing seniors in the hospital. This seemingly innocent practice, passed down in family recipes, poses the highest risk of serious foodborne illness for seniors. Raw eggs can contain salmonella bacteria inside the egg itself. Even the cleanest, uncracked, properly refrigerated egg can harbor bacteria that only cooking can kill. Consuming them raw means bacteria enter your system alive. For seniors, a salmonella infection can be life-threatening due to age-related changes in the digestive tract and immune system. Medications might also mask early symptoms, delaying crucial treatment. The danger extends beyond obvious raw egg dishes. Lightly cooked items like hollandaise sauce, soft meringues, or some custards may not reach safe temperatures. Tasting raw batters, cookie dough, cake mix, is also risky. The safest approach? Avoid recipes calling for raw eggs, or use pasteurized egg products instead. These are heated enough to kill bacteria while maintaining usability. They're available as whole eggs, yolks, whites, or liquid form in most stores. Okay, we've covered the dangers. Now, let's empower you with the solutions. Here are 8 game-changing tips professionals use that make eggs safer and easier, especially for seniors. 8. Game-changing egg tips for seniors. The 20-minute temperature rule, crack prevention secret. Eggs, straight from the fridge, often crack in hot water. Thermal shock. Let eggs sit at room temperature for exactly 20 minutes before cooking. Prevents cracking, ensures even cooking, and improves texture. Gentler on senior digestive systems. The vinegar fix. Easy peeling and safety net. Add a tablespoon of white vinegar to boiling water. If an egg cracks, the vinegar helps the white set quickly, sealing it. Bonus for seniors. Makes eggs dramatically easier to peel. Great for arthritic hands. No vinegar taste remains. The color coding secret. Memory-proof safety. Designate specific colored utensils only for raw eggs, e.g., yellow spatulas, and others for cooked food, e.g., blue. This visual cue eliminates cross-contamination risk, invaluable if memory is sometimes a challenge. The two-bowl method, chef's quality control. Or crack each egg into a small, separate bowl before adding it to your main mixing bowl. This lets you inspect each egg individually and prevents one bad egg from spoiling the whole batch. The ice bath method, perfect peeling every time. Immediately plunge hard-boiled eggs into ice water for 10 minutes after cooking. This stops cooking and shrinks the egg slightly away from the shell, making peeling incredibly easy. Also prevents that unappetizing green ring around the yolk. The date marking system, foolproof freshness. Use a pencil, food safe, won't penetrate, to mark each egg with the date you should discard it. 3 weeks from purchase is a good rule of thumb, or use the carton's date. Eliminates guesswork, especially helpful if you don't use eggs quickly. Buying pasteurized eggs, the worry-free solution. Look for pasteurized eggs in your grocery store, liquid or in shell. They've been heated to kill bacteria but remain raw for recipes. Safely enjoy homemade Caesar, eggnog, or mayonnaise without the risk. The first in, first out container system, smart rotation. Label a small container in your fridge. Use first. Place your oldest 2 to 3 eggs there. When you use one, replace it with the next oldest from the carton. Ensures you always use eggs in the right order, preventing old ones from getting lost in the back. These 8 tips don't just make egg preparation safer for those over 65, they make it easier, more enjoyable, and more nutritionally beneficial. You can maintain your independence in the kitchen while enjoying one of nature's best foods safely. Now we want to hear from you. Have you or someone you know experienced issues with eggs? Which of these mistakes or tips surprised you the most? Share your experiences and opinions in the comments below. We love reading them. Thanks for watching.